Hello and welcome back to Bits and Bobs, and welcome back to another huge coin unboxing. We've got some coins here in coin flips. Got a big bag, that's from online. This is from an antique shop, and goodness me, there's a lot of cool things in there. We've got this mystery bag that I bought for £2, and then we've got this, which we'll start with. We'll push those off to the side, and we've got this bag, which we start with, which is from eBay, purchased for just below melt price. Now, actually, that was melt price on the day as of bidding and winning and all this, and as you may have seen, melt price has been for silver on a bit of a rampage upwards recently, sort of smashing past £1 a gram, and now it's, as of filming, £1.13 a gram. Who knows what it will be when you watch? So pretty good deal would have been on these. These would have been bought, about £1.07 a gram, something like that. But let's see what we actually got. So there is an 1848 or 43. 43 it looks like. 1843, 3 pence, sorry. Big hole and very worn, So if it is a new date for my date run, then it will go in there for now, because that's better than a piece of paper. But obviously one that will be looked, an upgrade will be looked for. We have this coin here, Canada, so it's a Canadian one from 1960. It's a 10 cents. I'm not sure off the top of my head on purity. I'd guess 50%, potentially, something up, around there. Maybe 80% actually, possibly, if we're lucky. Who knows? But I can research that. That'll be one to sell on, as I don't collect foreign coins. Next up, we have this. Very worn. I do like this though, because 1816. Obviously an over 200-year-old coin, and look at it. What that feel is so smooth, like a billiard ball. What on earth has happened to that over these 200 years? That's the fun thing to think about. What, who, where, and when has all that wear occurred to it? This one is very far gone. Look at that. This is just a disc. But we can just about see Victoria, veiled head. This would have been a sixpence, so sort of an 1890s era sixpence, but yeah, very destroyed. Next up, we have a US of A $quarter from 1946. There we go. So these ones are 90% silver. Not quite sure of the weight, but that'll be, what, 6 grams or so? Something like that, maybe? So, yeah, quite a decent lump of silver within the coin of being 90%. There we go, pretty cool. And I did do the maths when this was from eBay, like I say, on eBay bidding. And I did do the maths, sort of how much silver, and I paid just sort of around that silver price just below. This is 1845. It is a sixpence from 1845, and again, is possibly a new date for my date run. So again, it may well end up, in my coin collection, but hopefully not for too long, as I then will look for an upgrade. Got an 1885 3 pence, pretty chewed up on one side. That won't be better for the collection. And we've got this, a mystery crown, honey sweet cream ale pence. Got the garter, the George and the dragon. We can see, of course, George III. Again, so smooth, so worn, the date lost forever, but it would be 1818 to 1820, so quite a specific sort of locked in time. It could be, but we'll never quite know. But there we go, little bundle for spot price, can't go too far wrong. We'll quickly fly through this. This bag was bought for £2 from an antique shop, and the reason I bought it, in fact, I won't even show all the other coins because they're just there's some nice stuff actually. This is a nice coin. We'll put that one out just for a bit of fun. Yeah, there's some nice stuff in there, but the reason I bought it, I saw through the bag, look at this. Missed, I'm sure, by the antique shop, because this is a 1955 South Africa 2 shillings, so florin, as we would say, and it is the same weight and diameter as the British florins, and the same purity as the 50% issues. So this is a 50% silver coin for or I guess arguably less than £2 in a £2 bag. And the current melt price of this, as of filming today, is £6.26. So, much more than £2. Not a great condition coin, but a bit of a bargainous deal there. Ooh, my voice. Obviously getting excited to get some cheap silver. Quick sneak peek for those interested. This is what the rest of the bag is. Ooh, we've got a bun head. 1861. Not bad, date-wise, but very bad condition-wise. There we go. I'll put these behind because my face cam will be up there. Sort of, it might be just about visible, just as a reminder, they exist. Before we get into the big bag of goodies, let's have a look at these ones from Flips. Oof. Right. I think so. Yes. Some of this, as I say, some of this will go in my sort of bag of scrap. Some of this will go in other parts of the collection. These ones are mainly for my actual. Oh, actually, there's one that's We'll see as we go. So we have an 1849 hold 4p. I won't get them out if we can see them well enough. I think we can see that well enough. That's Victoria, young head. But rather than it being a 4p, rather, or I should say a groat or whatever, it is indeed a Maundy coin. 1849 Maundy. And again, if I did that, or not again, but as I say, sometimes for coins, if you do that, you think, oh goodness, that's lovely. Yes, it is hold. £7 though, you can't really go wrong for a Maundy coin. We've then got this one. I love this so much. I really like this. Is one definitely going into my collection. Zoom in quite a bit there, so I think we've still got enough focus and resolution. But look at that. The charm of this coin is in real life. I think just the size, but the detail and the colour and the design. I paid £30 for it, which I think is a good price actually, because it is in good condition. And look at that. There is George III. I realise we're very zoomed in, so it's not great. A bit hard to focus, I should say. But I mean, look at it. And it is nice to see zoomed in, but also you can sort of appreciate it when you're zoomed out. Look at that cute little 1800 penny in there. Brilliant stuff. Of course, only a few years after the cartwheel pennies, and these size of silver pennies were used up until the cartwheels replaced them, so quite cool. I think 1800 may have been the last year for circulation, or the first year that wasn't for circulation, or so on and so forth, because they're also Maundy issues. Then they've got this, bit of a bargain, bit of a, I don't think it was up priced just in time with the run up on silver. So £29, a crown for under £30 these days is cheap, because that's the melt price pretty much. I mean, these are 26.26 grams of fine weight of silver. So, they sort of melt around here, and they are of course not melt coins. Very collectible, very popular, very nice. I don't think it's an upgrade in terms of condition for my collection, but again, at the price, one cannot argue, and yeah, it was a no-brainer for me, especially to combine with postage for these two. The postage was like £3-4, whatever, so spread it out, get a good deal, winner chicken dinner. Right, we are already, oh my goodness, 7 minutes in, and we haven't even got to the main deal, but let's not worry. That's why we're here, to see coins, so who cares if we're here longer than planned. We've got this. Right, got a whole flip just for this one coin. 1933. Silver threatening bit. A few of these were not actually from the antique shop. I think the ones in these flips were from online, and everything loose in the bag was from an antique shop. An antique shop. That's quite a fun thing to say. This, though, here we go. Here is a coin of the day. I don't know, actually. I like that penny up there, but this is also rather nice. I will have to try and remember. I forgot a few times recently to do the photo shoot for some of the nicer ones here. This being one of the nicer ones, 1887. This is a coin I didn't have. I've mentioned before my double florin collection. This is a double florin. Was terrible. It was lacking rather badly. I only had an 1889, very worn. So here is a really nice patinaed, really nice quality. Probably one of my quite a favoured condition for myself. You get the ones uncirculated, ones like sort of in this ilk of condition, but for older ones, and they're lovely. I want to get more. I love them. They're beautiful, but there is something special about this one, or ones like this with that darkened toning, that sort of genuine feel to the thing. Do you know what I mean? Milled edge, Jubilee portrait. That will be one for the collection. And although that means I now have two, that is actually half the collection complete, because there's only 4 years of double florin. So halfway there sounds much better than having two. All right, they're falling out of the bag on this side. I'll make sure we don't miss any. Got a Canadian, another one here actually. This is probably also 80%. Oh, is that from the same year? 60, yes. So there would probably be the same percentage, which I believe will be 80%. Canada, this is a dollar. Elizabeth II, pretty much uncirculated, really. I mean, look at that. That is cool design, lovely quality, nice old silver coin. Can't go wrong. For a good price, which I think I paid. I think my sort of, because I don't collect it, my rule is for foreign, not like a rule, but what I'm saying is, I usually pay about spot price for foreign silver coins. That one, probably that one. And then if there's any premium in them, I can sell them on. As I will mention, I don't try to boast it all the time, but we do have our cabinets, our shop in Salisbury, Gatehouse Antiques, pop in, come along and buy some lovely coins. And we have our Whatnot streams, link in the description. Big giveaways going on, lots of cool stuff for sale on our Whatnot auction platform. But yes, anything silver, if I buy it for spot price and it goes for a little premium over, it's just a good bit of fun, good stock to get in and so on. And if it is just sort of sat around at spot price, then I'm a fan of silver anyway. So there we go. As we have with this one, 1942 sixpence, just for its silver content. And for this one, 1939. And for this one, 1943. This is quite good, actually. Got a lot of flips there. Always coming in handy. Because these ones I'll just take out and put in my box of 50%. But there we go. They are all nice and good. Got this, 1917 threepence. I love these. I hoard these. I've got hundreds of them. And now I've got hundreds plus one. Boom. Been hoarding and buying those for a long time. This was a bargain, I believe. I'm not sure. But I saw this and I thought, this looks like a good deal. So, look at that. It's a Morgan dollar. I know I'm right in that. And I paid £42 for it. Has it got a... Can I open the capsule? Should I open the capsule? Is it too nice? Because it looks... The reason I think it's a deal is that this is obviously about that roughly 1 ounce size. That 1 ounce size, like we say, melts at around 30. So I'm not paying too much over spot price for this. And that's nice. I'm not an American... full stop. But I'm also not an American coin collector. So I don't know the rarity, so on and so forth. I'll have to research this one. Any additional information, please put in the comments. But I'll do my research, do my homework. But I think just because of the condition of that and the age, 1889. I mean, if this similar era was in this good condition, I know it would be a good premium. So I'm sure I've got a good feeling that one will have been a good price. And as I say, I'll do the research and you can also let me know. Bought this. I love a Britannia. 2002. I'm not officially doing a date run, but I kind of am. So new dates I don't have, I do buy. 45, really not a bad price actually, really not a bad price. As I say, these have been bought over a few weeks. Silver price has been all over the place. It's been, going up a lot. This video will be uploaded in whenever. Silver could have crashed back down or gone much higher, who knows? But 45, a good price because it is an older one. I won't get out of the capsule because it's just a nice one. But there we go. Another ounce and a new sort of date for that collection. As is this. Another Britannia. 42, which is a great price. And because what is it? It's 2012. Look at that. You can just about see there. Stickers on it. I'll leave that for now. But it's 2012. So these two, by the way, these are 958 silver, so 95.8%. Before they went 999. There we go. I think this was the last year, actually, of the Britannia silver, it's known as. Then they went to the 999 fine silver. There we go, some new dates. In this bag is all kinds of things. It was initially a bag I bought for £1 because I got another deal. In the bag for £1, there was one silver coin or a silver florin, which you might find. I then used that as my sort of shopping bag, if you will, to put everything else I bought in. So let's zoom in, have a quick run through. 1919 threepence. I paid about £2 a coin for those, something like that. Good deal. Got a worn shilling there, 50%. Brilliant stuff. Here we go. There's a penny. This is the one I saw, again, similar with this one. This is another silver coin that escaped into one of these goodie bags, 1921. And again, it's a florin again, 50% silver, so melt price, £6.27 or whatever it was, something around there. So for £1 in this pound, but this was £1, this bag. Can't go wrong. We've got our classic Charles and Diana, some of the... Is that... Oh, no. Could have been a quarter guinea, but no, not that lucky. But yeah, some of the general stuff we see in this bag. I've got here a few more threepences. I bought the ones they had. 1920s, that'll be a 50% one. Got 1899. So that is Victoria. 1896. Oh, that's two. I always like it when you get 1896, not specifically that year, but get a date that's the same as another coin. It's like there. 1886, both of these used, minted that same year. That have both joined the world as new shiny coins, and have been done their own thing, had their own lives in Victorian times, and who knows what they've both been up to, and until being reunited. These were at the same place in the same year, in London, Tower Mint, 1889. or Tower Hill Mint, I should say, 1890, and now they are reunited across the ages. A few more of those that would have been in that mystery pound bag. Another silver coin here. This one's very nice, actually, design-wise. 48, but I think it's worth it. I'm tempted to... shouldn't really do this. Exclude... Oh, that is beautiful. Really is beautiful. Gorgeous. That's the 2005. I'm going to put that back on because I don't want to get any dust or anything in there. But what a beauty. Good fair price. 2005. PN, probably Philip Nathan. As you may recognize Nathan underneath all these coins. He designed the standard one, has also done a lot of the alternate designs. Then the final coins for this video. Any more silver? I'll showcase the silver. We've got 1892 and 1912. More sterling. Got nothing silver here. Just some of that stuff that would have been in the pound bag. Ooh. A bit of a clipped 1941. Oh, it's silver. Hello. More silver. Lost a bit of silver there, but well, hey. And another bargain slipping by into this mystery bag. 1916. These three princes were not in the pound bag. Like I said, I used it in a shopping bag kind of thing. I think that's everything. No, the bag that keeps on giving. Right, we've got 1913, and the final finishing coin is this groat. That is 1840. Mintage there on screen. If I remember, I will do mintages for some of the ones that are interesting what the mintage is, because I believe that will probably be quite low and very possibly be a new date for my collection. Right, that is that. Oh, madness. As always, it is madness. There we have... Ooh, let's get focused. There we go. That's the unboxing lot for today. 17 minutes. I did not expect that. Anyone would think I've been rambling on again, but there we go. All these 50% ones, lots of big silver coins, older sterling stuff, some mystery stuff, some collectible pieces for my collection. All good fun. And yes, hopefully you've enjoyed seeing them. Comment below your favourite coin of the day. Was it this nice Britannia? Do you like older crowns? For me, either this double florin, but I think I'm going to have to give it to this penny for me today. But there we go. I'll stop rambling and I'll leave you be after I ask you to please subscribe. On the way to 25,000 subscribers, so help us get there. Please subscribe. Please leave a like, leave a comment, all that good stuff. And I'll see you next time on Bits and Bobs. Bye for now.